2 of this NBA 2K20 historic 3-on-3 Blacktop Tournament. This is the first round. We played the first 4 games just the other day, and it was the number 1 seed, Team Money, with Kevin Durant, Kobe Bryant, Ray Allen winning 21-14 against team underdogs Rick Barry, Dirk Nowitzki, and Julius Erving. Then game number 2 saw the second seed, team MVP of Steph Curry, David Robinson, and Larry Bird get upset by the 15th seed of Kevin Garnett, Gary Payton, and Clyde Drexler. Team not chance 21-18 with the win. Then it's team 17 rings, the 3rd seed, Vince Carter, Michael Jordan, Bill Russell winning 21-13 against Team 90s, Scottie Pippen, John Stockton, and Isaiah Thomas. And in the 4th game, Team Next Generation with a 21-14 win, led by LeBron James, Tracy McGrady, and Patrick Ewing, beating out Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Elgin Baylor, and John Havlicek. So now we moved on to the next 4 games in the opening round matchup, in round 1. So game number 1, it's going to be the 5th seed, Team All Around, which is led by Wilt Chamberlain, Jason Kidd, and Walt Fraizer, going up against CP3, Kawhi Leonard, and Kevin McHale. It is our 3-on-3 Blacktop 2K20, first to 21 league. So let us pick the team, and we are going to go with Wilt Chamberlain, number 1. Going up against Chris Paul. Then we're going to add Jason Kidd to that mix to go along with Wilt Chamberlain. There's Jason Kidd. And then we will get Kawhi Leonard to go with Chris Paul. And then rounding up Wilt Chamberlain's team all around is Walt Fraizer. Let's grab you down. Come on down, Walt Fraizer. There he is. This is probably one of the more exciting teams I'm excited for. The 5th seed. And then let's not forget Kevin McHale to go with Chris Paul and Kawhi Leonard. Where's Boston? There's Kevin McHale. Okay, we are ready to go for the 5th seed, Team All Around, going up against the 12th seed, Team Fast Pace. Now, Team 5, or Team All Around, Wilt Chamberlain, Jason Kidd, the playmaker, and Walt Fraizer going up against Chris Paul, Kawhi Leonard, and Kevin McHale. So we know the size will favor the 5 seed Team All Around, but the skill level with Chris Paul going up against Jason Kidd, I like that matchup. Kawhi Leonard against, I guess, Wilt Chamberlain, and then Kevin McHale will be going up against Walt Fraizer. And we are ready for the first game of this round 1, part 2. And let us go. And it starts off with Jason Kidd dribbling out past half court. Here's Kidd being worked on by Chris Paul. Out to Chamberlain. So Chamberlain early covered by Kevin McHale. Chamberlain with a quick pass to Fraizer. Fraizer being shut down by the claw. Fraizer with a fadeaway shot. And that is no good. Rebound Kevin McHale. Quickly out to Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi, stop. Pops. And he'll miss it. Wilt Chamberlain picks up the rebound. And he'll dribble all the way down the court. Chamberlain all the way in. Good defense there by Kevin McHale. Chamberlain couldn't finish on that one. Now Chris Paul has it, dribbling it out. Being worked on by Jason Kidd. Paul, spinorama, loses it. Still off the ball. Passes out to Kevin McHale. And McHale will get team fast pace on the board and the first points of the game. So here's Jason Kidd. Kidd going to the hole. Being worked on by Chris Paul. Backwards pass to Wilt Chamberlain. Chamberlain over to Fraizer. Fraizer in the key. Nice move around Kawhi. And the layup. And Team All Around is on the board, and we're tied at 1s. So here's Chris Paul, Kevin McHale, and Kawhi Leonard in the white. That's the 12 seed. Going up against the 5 seed, Jason Kidd, Walt Fraizer, and Wilt Chamberlain in the black. Here's McHale, top of the three-pointer, out to Kawhi. Kawhi trying to go to the rim. Nice spin move. And the finger roll doesn't work. And the rebound to Walt Fraizer. Here's Fraizer being worked on by Kawhi. Fraizer with the first points of the game. Fakes it. Fakes it again. Out to Wilt. Let's see what Wilt can do. He passes it off to Jason Kidd. Kidd dribbles between the legs. Working. Nice power step. He's in the key. Nope, he doesn't elect to shoot. Passes out to Fraizer. Fraizer over to Wilt Chamberlain. Chamberlain taking his time. 13 on the shot clock. Here's Kidd. Kidd, nice crossover around Chris Paul. Now he's working him in. Posting him up. Deciding not to shoot. He's got 5 on the shot clock. 4. Kidd's going to have to shoot it. He's going to have to put it up. And the fadeaway at the buzzer. Ooh, and it just goes in and out. Not a great possession there from team all around as they wait to the last second in the shot clock. And then very low percentage shot that goes through. And it's stolen away by Jason Kidd. Kidd is going to pass it out to Wilt Chamberlain. And there's Wilt. 100 points in one game. He's got 1 point today already. Now Chris Paul trying to respond for team fast pace. Paul, Kawhi, and McHale. Let's see if they can live up to the name. Kawhi with a beautiful move and a through-the-leg dunk. And Kawhi Leonard ties this game up at 2s. Here's Jason Kidd with it. Kidd worked on by Paul. The layup by Kidd is no good. Hits off the rim and rolls out. Rebound, Kevin McHale. Here's Kevin McHale being worked on by Kidd. Goes into the post to Kawhi. Kawhi working that post. Fade away. Kawhi Leonard. Money. And Kawhi Leonard, second point of the game, gives his team a 3-2 lead. Now we know it's burst to 21, win by 2. Those are the rules. Alley-oop, Jason Kidd to Wilt Chamberlain. And Chamberlain just grabs the ball, palms it, and then lays it up, tying the game at 3. Here's Chris Paul into Kevin McHale. McHale's got that mismatch. Well, Chamberlain mismatch on Kevin McHale, so not a good matchup for Kevin McHale at all. Passes back out to Chris Paul. Paul over to Leonard. Leonard being worked on there by Fraizer. Leonard, fadeaway, jumper. It's good. Kawhi Leonard, K-Law in the building. 3 points already. Now it's Jason Kidd, the ball handler, being worked on by Chris Paul. Nice move through the legs of Chris Paul. Passes out to Walt Fraizer, who gives it to Chamberlain. Chamberlain over to Walt Fraizer. Fraizer in close. He was being pressured there by Kawhi Leonard, but Fraizer able to get the layup in, and we're tied at 4. Here's CP3 out to Kawhi. Kawhi dribbling. Nice spin move to the rim, and he's pressured there by Chamberlain and Fraizer, and he can't get the layup to go. Now it's Fraizer with the rebound. Quickly up to Chamberlain. Wilt Chamberlain couldn't put up this 3-pointer. Pass it over to Fraizer. Fraizer to the rim. Too strong. Here's Kawhi Leonard. Leonard, one-on-one with Wilt Chamberlain. Stops. Shoots. Too strong. Rebound Fraizer. Down goes Fraizer. Fraizer over to Chamberlain. Wilt. Oh, a terrible shot, but a great defense there by Kevin McHale. And he comes away with the rebound. Now it's Leonard. Bounce pass over to Chris Paul. Paul. Fade away from the key. No good. Rebound Wilt. Wilt over to Kidd. Kidd being worked on there by Paul. Jason Kidd loses his dribble and gets stolen there by CP3. CP3 in all alone to the layup, to the rim, and the layup's no good. I don't know how he missed that. But now Jason Kidd coming the other way. Kidd looking to shoot. He gets blocked by Kevin McHale, who's off to a great start defensively. Now Chris Paul stops, shoots, and he makes that one from the free throw. So he can't make the layup, but he makes the one from the free throw line. And it's 5-4 for the 12th seed. Here's Fraizer from the three-point range, being worked on by Kawhi. Stops. Good defense from Kawhi. Fraizer gets it to jump. Doesn't shoot, though. Gives it over to Wilt. Wilt Chamberlain, 100 points in one game. He's got a few tonight. Here's Fraizer being worked on by Kawhi. Good defense by Kawhi. Fraizer to the rim, and he can't get through. That's Kawhi Leonard. Good defense. And all the way to the rim, Kawhi dunks it. And the 12th seed looking for the upset here. They're up 6-4 early on. Here's Fraizer. Walt Fraizer into Chamberlain. Wilt Chamberlain with the spin around finger roll. And it's no good. Rebound Kevin McHale. McHale over to CP3. Chris Paul finding his shot here. And it's 7-4 for the 12th seed. Here's Jason Kidd. Kidd looking. layup, Jason Kidd, and it's too strong. Rebound, Chris Paul. Looking to increase their lead to maybe 4, maybe 5. Nice dribble around Jason Kidd. Chris Paul being worked on by Jason Kidd. Kidd trying to cover him like a blanket. Passes out to Kawhi. Kawhi over to McHale. McHale's feeling it defensively. Let's see if he can get it offensively going. Here's Kawhi Leonard. Leonard being worked on there by Fraizer. Now he passes over to Chris Paul. Paul to the rim. And the layup's no good. But he gets his own rebound. No, he dives for it and it's taken away by Walt Fraizer. Here's Fraizer with it. Fraizer over to Chamberlain. Chamberlain blocked there by McHale. A huge block there by Kevin McHale. And Chris Paul quickly over to Kawhi. And Kawhi shots no good. Kawhi pulls up from about 15 feet and it's no good. Chamberlain with the rebound. Over to Kidd. Kidd working into the post. Over to Wilt. Wilt doesn't elect to shoot the three. Don't think that's his shot. Over to Fraizer. Fraizer to Kidd. Kidd from downtown. Bang! And the lead's cut to 1. Big shot there from Jason Kidd. Now Chris Paul being worked on by Jason Kidd. Over to Kawhi Leonard. Leonard being worked on by Fraizer. Nice dribble. Nice attack to the rim. And off the backboard and in. Kawhi Leonard gives his team a 2-point lead. Kidd being worked on by Chris Paul. Passes it out to Fraizer. Let's see if Fraizer gets something going. Goes right around Kawhi. And to the rim strong. And the slam dunk. And we are now in an 8-7 game. So team fast paced. Well, they're living up to their name. Up by 1 here. First to 21, win by 2. Those are the rules. Kawhi. Nice pass there to Chris Paul, who cuts to the rim and lays it up just around Jason Kidd. And it's 9-7 right now. Here's Jason Kidd. Kidd being worked on by Paul. Kidd out to Chamberlain. Chamberlain trying to attack the rim. Nice play. But Kevin McHale, he is playing phenomenal against Wilt Chamberlain right now. And the pass up to Kawhi, and the layup is good, and the lead's back up to 3. So you got to give Kevin McHale credit for hanging in there with Wilt Chamberlain and playing exceptional defense right now. Here's Kidd, though. Pass to Walt Fraizer. Fraizer getting blocked there by Kawhi. Fraizer shoots and misses it. Chamberlain with the rebound, and he gets pushed by Kevin McHale in the back, but it's all good because the basket goes in for Wilt. And that's what you really like to see Wilt Chamberlain, inside that 5-foot range and able to put that layup, get that offensive board if there need to be. Chris Paul nearly loses it. Nice spin move around Jason Kidd. The finger roll layup is no good. Chamberlain with the rebound. Here's Jason Kidd with it. Kidd's hit 1 3-pointer so far. Nice crossover around Chris Paul. And the layup is no good, though. And Jason Kidd just misses the layup. Kevin McHale with the rebound. We've said that plenty today. Kevin McHale rebound. Now Chris Paul being worked on by Fraizer. Fraizer trying to steal it from Chris Paul. Does he steal it from him? The ball is lying there, and it's an out of bounds. And it's actually going to be team all-around ball. So good defensive play there by Walt Fraizer. Last touch on CP3. And it's going to be Black's ball. Here's Kidd getting the inbound from Chamberlain. Jason Kidd, his team down by 2. Shoots over Chris Paul. Shot no good. And that was a poor shot attempt from Jason Kidd. Chris Paul now. Just outside the 3-point range. Over to Kawhi. A nice nifty pass inside the paint to Kawhi Leonard. And Kawhi increases his team lead to 3. Here's Wilt. Pass it off to Fraizer. Fraizer over to Jason Kidd. Kidd, nice behind the back pass to Wilt. Now it's J. Kidd. Doesn't elect to shoot. Over to Wilt. Chamberlain being worked on hard there by Kevin McHale. Shoots. Chamberlain's shot just doesn't fall. Rebound CP3. Here's Chris Paul with it. Paul over to Kawhi. Kawhi being worked on there by J. Kidd. The claw. What's he thinking of? Pass it over to Chris Paul. Chris Paul dancing at the 3-point line. Pass over to Kevin McHale. Just 12 on the shot clock. McHale being covered there by Chamberlain. Over to Chris Paul. Chris Paul taking it to the rim. Shoots! And that shot's not going to fall. Rebound, Walt Fraizer. Fraizer trying to get his team back in this. Fraizer, fade away. No, he doesn't shoot. Jason Kidd from 3 in the corner. And that shot's no good. So Jason Kidd 1 for 2 for 3-point range. Now Chris Paul going to the rim, being covered there by Wilt Chamberlain, but Chris Paul with a nice little fadeaway layup, and that is going to increase the lead to 4, and all of a sudden, team all around is in trouble. Jason Kidd, nice move around Chris Paul on the layup. A beautiful move from Jason Kidd. The lead is 3. It ain't over until the fat lady sings, and right now, I haven't heard anyone sing. Chris Paul, though, being worked on by Jason Kidd. Shot by Chris Paul. Could have hit the rim a couple times, but not fall. Rebound, Wilt. Over to Fraizer. Fraizer trying to go to the rim strong, and the basket's no good. Gets his own rebound, and he gets blocked there by Kawhi. Fraizer getting blocked by Kawhi for the second time tonight. Now Kawhi goes back the other way, but we're going to have a reaching foul on Wilt Chamberlain. So it's going to be team fast pace with the ball. After the check, it's Kawhi with the ball over to Chris Paul. Chris Paul looking to swing it. Swings it over to Kawhi. Kawhi gets stolen by Fraizer. Quick hands there, but it stays in bounds and Kawhi recovers. Here's Kawhi Leonard being worked on by Fraizer. And it's going to be a shooting foul, but there will be no free throws in this game because it's street basketball. So it's just a check. And it's going to be the white ball. Here's Chris Paul to Kevin McHale. Chris Paul, nice pass to Kevin McHale. McHale in short, but Wilt Chamberlain, great defensive play. Gets the rebound. Now Jason Kidd coming the other way quickly. Nice move around Chris Paul. No. CP3's quick hands able to steal it. Kevin McHale coming down. The layup. And it's not going to be good. Good defense from Wilt. Now Jason Kidd quickly getting the ball back. Looking to make a layup. And he misses that. Chris Paul. So both teams having some struggles offensively. Nice move from Chris Paul around Jason Kidd. And the finger roll layup is good. And the lead is 4. It is 13-9. For Team Fast Pace coming in here as the 12th seed. So looking for the upset. We've had one upset in the first round so far. The number 2 seed losing to the 15th seed. Here's Wilt. Fadeaway. Shot is good. Wilt Chamberlain cuts the lead to 3. 13-10 is the score. Here's Kevin McHale getting the pass from Chris Paul. McHale over to Leonard. Kawhi to the rim. And the basket counts. 14-10. Now Jason Kidd. Pass over to Fraizer, who's been very quiet. Wilt fakes the three-pointer. Looks to drive. Now he's posting up Kevin McHale. Now he's just at the top of the key. Wilt stops his dribble. Pass over to Jason Kidd. Kidd's not going to shoot the 3. Trying to find someone open. 10 on the shot clock. Kidd's going to have to do something. Now he's posting up Chris Paul. 7 on the shot clock. Kidd still posting up Chris Paul. Step backs. He's going to have to shoot. And great defense there by Chris Paul. The shot doesn't go, but Wilt Chamberlain with the putback. And it's a 3-point game. Here's Chris Paul with it. Over to Kevin McHale. Kevin McHale. No relation to Joel McHale. Over to Chris Paul. Nice pass there. And Chris Paul, that's going to be a sweet shot all day. 15-11. And the number 12 seed, Team Fast Pace, looking for the upset here. Here's Fraizer. Fraizer to the rim. Basket's no good. Rebound, Wilt. Wilt back to Fraizer. Fraizer gets blocked for a 3rd time by Kawhi. Fraizer has nothing to do there. Good idea to pass it out. Kidd now to Chamberlain. Wilt to the rim. Gets his own rebound. The putback is good. And it's 15-12. And Wilt Chamberlain starting to feel it, folks. But can he bring his team back? Here's Chris Paul. Being worked on there by Jason Kidd. Nice bounce pass to Kawhi. Kawhi fakes the 3. Nice pass to cutting Chris Paul. And it's 16-12. Good dynamic going on between Kawhi Leonard and Chris Paul. 2 modern day players with Kevin McHale. Nice play by Walt Fraizer right around Kawhi. Dribbles it through his legs and gets the easy layup. It's 16-13. Getting there wasn't easy, but he made it look easy with the easy layup. With a nice finish. Now Kevin McHale. Nice sweet pass to Kawhi Leonard. And it's now 17-13. So they're going to need a comeback. They're going to need maybe a couple 3-pointers. Kid to Wilt Chamberlain. Chamberlain shot. No good. Gets his own rebound. And the basket's good. We've seen about 4 offensive rebounds from Wilt Chamberlain in the last few minutes or so. But his team is still down 3. They need a defensive stop. Here's Chris Paul. Over to Kevin McHale. To Kawhi. Kawhi taking to the rim. Nice power shot. The layup is good. And now they are 3 points away from the upset. Kawhi Leonard. Nice finish there. Here's Jason Kidd. Kidd dribbling it around. Top of the key. Over to Wilt. Wilt's being covered by Kevin McHale, who's done a very good job defensively. Pass over to Fraizer, who's been quite anemic in this game. Fraizer to the rim. Shot's no good. Gets his own rebound. To Wilt. Wilt, about 3 feet away, decides not to put it up and pass over to Fraizer. New shot clock. Here's Kidd. A 3 would be big here. Fraizer doesn't shoot. Now Kawhi, the claw, covering him. Fraizer tries to dribble around him, and a nice play by Fraizer to get the layup. And the lead is 3. Here's Chris Paul. Paul's had a very strong game. Trying to post up Jason Kidd. Over to Kawhi. Kawhi to McHale. McHale over to Chris Paul. Passes it out to Kevin McHale. 10 on the shot clock. McHale to Kawhi. Kawhi from downtown. Shot's no good. And a big defensive stop there from Black. Here's Wilt Chamberlain to the rim. And the slam dunk at his team. All around. The 5 seed. Just down 2. Can they make the comeback? Here's Chris Paul. That would have been a big, big 3-pointer or 2-pointer from Kawhi Leonard. Wilt Chamberlain rejecting both Kevin McHale and Chris Paul. Great defensive play there by Wilt Chamberlain. Now it's Walt Fraizer. He's got Jason Kidd wide open. Kidd takes the foul and the basket counts. And the basket will count, so there's no and 1, but it is now a 1-point lead for Team Fast Pace, who was up by 4 as just a minute ago. Kawhi Leonard missed a 3, and all of a sudden things started to turn around. Here's Chris Paul to Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi being worked on by Fraizer. Both teams clamping down defensively. Kawhi to the rim, and the basket's good. So Team Fast Pace in white, just a 2, or if you want to call it a 3-pointer away from winning this game. Here's Kidd, hands it off to Wilt. Wilt's team is just down 2. It's a tightly contested game. Fraizer over to Kidd. Kidd dribbling with it. Jason Kidd to Fraizer. Fraizer doesn't shoot the 3. Now he's being covered. Now Wilt taking it to the rim. Wilt going strong. Basket's no good. Gets his own rebound. Passes out to Fraizer. Fraizer doesn't shoot. Now Kidd just outside the 3-point range. This would tie it up if he made the shot. Walt Fraizer trying to take Kawhi to the rim. And the basket's no good. And Wilt Chamberlain with the offensive rebound. The putback is no good. And now Chris Paul coming the other way. Stops. Shoots. Oh, and that goes in and out. And Chris Paul could have put his team just 1 point away from a win. Now it's Jason Kidd being worked on by Chris Paul. Pass out to Fraizer. Fraizer going to shoot. No, he takes it to the rim. And the circus shot is no good. Good defense from Kawhi and Kevin McHale. Now it's Chris Paul. Paul over to McHale in the corner. McHale dribbling it out. And he looks for Chris Paul. Chris Paul doesn't hit the 3. Doesn't shoot it. Doesn't want to shoot the 3. Rejected there by Wilt Chamberlain. Little tongue twister there. My apologies. So it's going to be Team White's ball. The number 12 seed. Team Fast Pace looking for the upset. 2 points away. 1 3-pointer would do it. Just 12 on the shot clock. Chris Paul. Top of the key. Looking to maybe get his team within 1. Pass it over to Kevin McHale. McHale's going to have to shoot. He's got 2 on the shot clock. Chris Paul. Paul's shot's no good. Good defense there from Black. And now it's Jason Kidd. He's going to get fouled. A reach and foul from Kawhi Leonard. Now you can't foul out in this game. And there's no bonus. You just get the ball back on the check-in. Chris Paul checks it to Jason Kidd. Kidd passes it over to Fraizer. Fraizer deciding what to do next. Passes it off to Kidd. Kidd about 5-6 feet away from the net. Gonna shoot? No. Passes it to the top to Wilt Chamberlain, who's feeling it. Wilt doesn't shoot, stops his dribble. Now it's Kidd, who's 1 for 2 for 3. Could use a 3 bad here. To the layup, Jason Kidd, and the bank is open. And it may be Friday, but the bank is open every day of the week, all 24 hours. Now it's just a 1-point lead. Kawhi could end it right here with a 3. Being covered there by Fraizer, doesn't shoot the 3. Kawhi over to McHale. McHale, that would just be a 1, but no, it doesn't go in. Rebound, Jason Kidd, and a chance to tie it. Jason Kidd to the layup, and the rim, and no, Jason Kidd misses the easy layup. Oh my goodness, Kidd had a chance to tie it there. Now it's Kawhi being worked on by Fraizer. Kawhi nearly loses the dribble. Decides to shoot. He's in the paint. No, he doesn't shoot. Passes it over to Chris Paul. Here's Chris Paul shooting the fadeaway. No good. Rebound, Jason Kidd. And again, a chance for Team All Around to tie it right here, or take the lead. Jason Kidd being worked on by Kawhi. Kidd with the shot, and a very poor shot as he was being blanketed by Kawhi Leonard. I don't even know why a shot. Now Chris Paul going right to the rim. No one even around him, and they're just 1 point away from the upset. So here goes Jason Kidd. Really bad shot attempt on the last time down. Pass it over to Fraizer. To Kidd. They had plenty of times to tie it too. Kidd passing over to Fraizer. It's being covered by Chris Paul, and Fraser's going to make it. It is a 1-point game. And we know it's a win by 2. So if they could get a stop here and come down and get a basket, it would be first to win by 2. Chris Paul to Kevin McHale. Next basket will win it right here. McHale, the layup, rejected there by Wilt Chamberlain. Gets his own rebound, rejected again by Wilt Chamberlain. And a chance to tie right here. Here's Jason Kidd to the rim. Oh my goodness! What a rejection from Kawhi! He came out of nowhere! Kawhi with the rejection. Now Kevin McHale, spin around the basket. No good. Rebound, Wilt Chamberlain. I'm on the edge of my seat. This is incredible. Kidd, the alley-oop to Wilt. And we are tied at 20s. The first time in the tournament that we're going to need extra time, overtime, 2020. Win by 2. Here's Kawhi. Nice move there around Fraizer. And the basket's good. But we know it's win by 2. But right now it is 21-20 for the 12 seed. They can get a stop here. One more basket would win it. Fraizer over to Wilt, who's had about 17 blocks today. Wilt trying to go over Kevin McHale. Can't get his own rebound. This could be the game. Here's Kawhi. Kawhi to the paint. Great hands there by Fraizer, who steals it away. Chamberlain over to Jason Kidd quickly. And he's blocked by Kevin McHale. Wow! Can you believe what is going on in this game so far? End-to-end basketball. And we are at 21-20. The check from Fraizer. Pass it over to Wilt. Wilt to Jason Kidd from downtown. Kidd shots no good. He's 1 for 3 from 3. And then Wilt with the rebound. Can't put it in. Kevin McHale, great defense. Passes it up to Chris Paul off the rebound. Chris Paul going around Jason Kidd. And that's going to do it. The upset. 22-20. Team fast pace. My goodness. Probably the most exciting game in the opening round. And let's take a look at the box score. Kawhi Leonard, 12 points. 2 rebounds, 3 assists, 3 blocks. Chris Paul, 9 points, 6 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 steals. I'm going to give Kevin McHale the MVP. 1 point, 19 rebounds, 5 assists, 5 blocks. So Kevin McHale is the MVP in this one. And it's going to be our second upset as it's team fast pace. Moving on. Let's take a look at Team All Around, who just comes up short, 22-20. Wilt Chamberlain, 9 points, 20 rebounds, 2 assists, 5 blocks. If they would have won, he would have been the MVP. 20 rebounds from Wilt, 8 offensive. Walt Fraizer, 6 points, 9 rebounds, 2 assists, and a steal. And Jason Kidd, 5 points, 4 assists, 4 rebounds, 5 assists, and a steal. But the big upset The second upset of the tournament comes with Team Fast Pace, the 12th seed, beating the number 5 seed, Team All Around. And now we go to our second game of this 4-game set. It is Hakeem Olajuwonn, Allen Iverson, and Charles Barkley of Team Versatile against teammates. I thought that was a good play on words, teammates. Guys who have been teammates, Shaquille O'Neal, Dwayne Wade, and Steve Nash. So Dwayne Wade and Shaq played in Miami, and Steve Nash played with Shaq in Phoenix. So let us get these lineups. Wilt Chamberlain is out. So is Steph Curry. So is Larry Bird. So we've seen a lot of big names go down. And then let us get Shaquille O'Neal, Shaq Daddy. Shaq against Hakeem is going to be a very, very good game. And then we got Allen Iverson, AI, the answer, 97 overall. Let's get Dwayne Wade, both 97s. And then you have Charles Barkley. He's not on Phoenix. Maybe he's on Houston? Or Philly? I don't see Charles Barkley. Now we gotta go find Charles Barkley. Come on, Chuck. There's Charles Oakley. Okay, so a little bit of a problem. Is Charles Barkley not in this game? I was like so sure he was. We might have to do a replacement. I might have to go to Bill Walton. We're gonna do a quick look. Or maybe we go with Paul Pierce. Damn. Charles Barkley. Not in this game. I could have sworn he was in it. How is like Hito Turkoglu in it, but Charles Barkley isn't? I'm going to take a quick look onto Google. Charles Barkley is not in the game because the NBA 2K won't donate money to NBA retired play. Huh. Okay, so Charles Barkley is not in, and that is my apologies. And we are going to replace him with Paul Pierce. The truth. So Paul Pierce in for Charles Barkley, who is not in this game. And then Shaq, D. Wade, and then we saw Steve Nash. We definitely saw Steve Nash. There we go. Okay. So, Team Versatile gets the late addition of Paul Pierce, who comes in for Charles Barkley. And it's going to be Hakeem Olajuwon, Allen Iverson, and Paul Pierce now going up against Shaquille O'Neal, Dwayne Wade, and Steve Nash. And we are set to go for Game 2, or Game number 6 of the opening round, depending on how you look at it. Game 2 of the broadcast of the stream. Sorry for that delay again, because that was just something that I didn't foresee. Iverson, quick move around Steve Nash, and a foul on Steve Nash, and we have quick move there from Iverson to get around Steve Nash, and it's going to be Black's ball. So, Team Black is Team Versatile. Paul Pierce, shooting foul there on Dwayne Wade, who comes in for Charles Barkley. Allen Iverson and Hakeem Olajuwon going against teammates who are wearing the white, Shaquille O'Neal, Steve Nash, and Dwayne Wade. Here's Hakeem. Hakeem Olajuwon. Passes it over to Allen Iverson. Iverson to Paul Pierce. Pierce shooting. Rebound. Big Diesel. Shaquille O'Neal quickly out to Dwayne Wade. Dwayne to Steve Nash. Nash, nice crossover, doesn't shoot. That would have been a mismatch. Now Shaquille to the rim. Worked on Paul Pierce. The layup by Shaq. No good. The rebound. No foul. Paul Pierce with the steal. And here's Hakeem Olajuwon coming the other way. Being worked on by Steve Nash. Olajuwon from the free throw line. Basket's good in the first points of the game. Hakeem Olajuwon gets Team Versatile on the board. Here's Steve Nash being worked out there. Passes out to Dwayne Wade. Dwayne Wade to Shaq. And we know he's not going to hit the three-pointer. Passes out to D. Wade. D. Wade being covered by Paul Pierce. Over to Shaq. This is not his shot. Pass it up to Steve Nash. To Dwayne Wade. Just 12 on the shot clock. Dwayne Wade reaching foul from Paul Pierce, and he's going to get another 40 seconds. So Iverson checks it to Nash. Nash passes it off quickly to Shaquille. Shaquille to D. Wade. D. Wade to the rim, and the basket! D. Wade goes strong, and his team's first point of the game, and it is 1-1. Dwayne Wade! Now Iverson passing over to Paul Pierce, who gives it over to Hakeem Olajuwon. Hakeem passing to AI. Answer, nice little power move to the rim. The layup over Steve Nash is good. And it's 2-1. Here's Captain Canada. The Canuck, Steve Nash. Two-time MVP. Passing over to Dwayne Wade. And again, this is the 6 versus 11 matchup. The 6 being Team Versatile. The 11 being Shaquille O'Neal, who just put in that layup. Steve Nash and Dwayne Wade for teammates. So team and then the number 8 apostrophe S, because they're all teammates. Well, they've been teammates. Two Shaq and Steve Nash, Shaq and Dwayne Wade. AI putting up that shot. No good. Rebound Dwayne. Here's D. Wade to the rim. Dwayne Wade. Second point of the game. Gives his team a 3-2 lead. Here's AI. We saw a great game in the first matchup of the stream. 22-20 upset. Team fast pace of CP3, Kawhi, and Kevin McHale upsetting Wilt Chamberlain, Jason Kidd, and Walt Fraizer. Now it's AI from downtown, and that shot just goes in and out. Rebound, Shaq. Quickly over to Steve Nash. Nash over to D. Wade, and that shot's too strong. Rebound, AI. Here's Iverson. He's got speed. He's got handles. He's got dribbles. This guy could put the basket in the rim any way he can, and that time he elects to dunk it around Steve Nash. We're tied up at 3. Here's Steve Nash. Looking to pass it to Dwayne Wade, he does. And Dwayne working on Paul Pierce. The shot, no good. Rebound, the Truth. The Truth and AI on the same team right now. Here's Paul Pierce. Pierce being worked on by Dwayne Wade. Keeps his dribble, now loses dribble. Pass it to Hakeem. Hakeem Olajuwonn. Being worked there by Shaq. This is a big matchup. Hakeem shoots. And that battle went to Shaquille O'Neal, who gets the rebound. Moving it down court quickly, but Dwayne Wade gets picked off by, or stolen by Paul Pierce. Now Olajuwonn to AI. AI shot over Steve Nash is good. And Allen Iverson clapping his hands because he knows he's feeling it here early. 4-3 for Team Versatile, the 5 seed. But Dwayne Wade dunks it right over the Truth. And we're tied up at 4s. The 5 seed Team Versatile in black. Teammates, the 11 seed in white. Team Versatile, the 6 seed. I don't know if I just said the 5 seed, but they're the 6 seed. Here's Paul Pierce. Pierce being worked on. A bad shot attempt, and that's not going to go in. Shaquille O'Neal with the rebound. Shaq quickly out to Steve Nash. Nash taking to the rim. Working hard there by Olajuwonn. Olajuwonn just bats it out, and he bats it right to his teammate Allen Iverson. Here's AI going right around Dwayne Wade. Oh, and he gets blocked. AI thought he had the shot, but Dwayne Wade coming with the block. And Dwayne Wade with speed. Slam dunk. Dwayne Wade. So Dwayne Wade right now, the early pick for the MVP in this game. Paul Pierce passing out to AI. AI being worked by Steve Nash from the free throw line. Rebound Hakeem. Hakeem puts up the offensive rebound, and it's good. 5-all. Here's Dwayne Wade with it. Passing over to Steve Nash. Nash alley-oop to Dwayne Wade. And Dwayne Wade is feeling it. 6-5 in favor of teammates. The white are up by 1. Here's Allen Iverson. Iverson to Paul Pierce just inside the 3-point range. And that's going to go in. Money and wetness from the Truth ties it up at 6. Here's Steve Nash. Passing over to Shaquille O'Neal. Shaquille to Dwayne Wade. And he misses that one. Rebound Hakeem Olajuwonn. Hakeem being worked on there by Shaq. Pass it over to AI. AI. Nice dribble. Nice handles. Fakes it. Over to Hakeem Olajuwonn. Now AI with it. AI stops. Shoots. And that's too strong. Rebound Shaq. And here's Steve Nash. Nash pulls up. Shoots. And that's going to go in for the 7-6 lead. So Steve Nash finally gets on the board with his first point. Paul Pierce down low to Hakeem, but Shaq Daddy rejects it, and then a good defensive play there on Hakeem Olajuwonn. And here's Shaquille O'Neal going down the court. Nice little teardrop shot. And Shaq Daddy is feeling it. 8-6 is the score. AI right around Steve Nash. The layup is good. Excuse me. A little bit of a hiccup there. Dwayne Wade and Dwayne Wade and Allen Iverson leading their team's charge. And here's Dwayne Wade being covered there by Paul Pierce. And Shaquille O'Neal right around Hakeem Olajuwon, and the finger roll layup is no good. And it's Paul Pierce out to AI. AI take it to the rim. Nice move. Nice Euro step. And AI ties this game up at 8. Allen Iverson putting the team on his back. Now Steve Nash to Dwayne Wade. Wade being covered by Pierce. Passes it to Shaq, who nearly gets it stolen away. Shaq to Steve Nash. Nash over to D-Wade. D-Wade had the whole rim. And he takes the shot, actually, and it's no good. And here's AI going right around Steve Nash. And that's going to get rejected, though, by Steve Nash. Nash finally gets the better of that matchup between him and Allen Iverson. Tied up at 8. Nice pass from Dwayne Wade to Shaquille O'Neal. And Shaq's layup is good. 9-8. Here's AI. Stops, fade away, shoots over Allen Iverson, over Steve Nash. Basket's no good. Shaq quickly up to Steve Nash. Nash stops, pops, and that's gonna be good. So teammates, the 11th seed, looking for maybe the second upset of the broadcast, and they're up by 2 here early. Hakeem Olajuwonn trying to go to the left, but Shaq says, "Get that garbage out of here!" And he rejects that. So team versatile. Down by 2. Checked. AI to Olajuwonn. To Pierce. Now AI trying to put the team on his back. And the layup is no good. Good defense from Steve Nash. Rebound Shaquille to Dwayne Wade. A nice dunk in between the legs. And the lead is increased by 3. 11-8 is the score. Here's AI trying to bring his team back. Passes it to Paul Pierce. Paul Pierce gets the ball nearly stolen away by Dwayne Wade, but Pierce recovers. 22 seconds left on the shot clock. He just throws it down to AI. AI looking to get something going. Passes it to Hakeem Olajuwonn, who's losing the matchup against Shaquille O'Neal. But a nice pass to Paul Pierce as Pierce goes to the rim. Finishes. And it's now an 11-9 score. Here's Steve Nash trying to heat up. Goes for the alley-oop to Shaquille O'Neal. And it's going to be out on Hakeem Olajuwonn. So it's going to be Dwayne Wade getting the ball back. Him and his team up by 2. First to 21. Win by 2. Steve Nash move around Allen Iverson. And the bank is open. And the lead is increased to 3. Here's AI. Being worked on by Steve Nash. Iverson. Pass to Hakeem. Hakeem. A long shot. Covered there by Shaquille O'Neal. And the shot doesn't fall. Now Shaq coming the other way. Nice power step. The move is no good. And Hakeem Olajuwon with a good defensive play after a bad offensive trip down the court. Paul Pierce quickly pass up to AI, who might have been rejected by Steve Nash, who might have got a hand on that. And now Nash pulling up for 3. Bangs! Captain Canada Steve Nash gives his team a 5-point lead. Now 5 points in this kind of format isn't a crazy lead, but it is not a small lead. It's a tough lead to come back from. And the 6th seed, here's Paul Pierce trying to make his team come back. Can't get the shot. Rebound Steve Nash. The 5 seed and the 6 seed could be out of this one along with the 2 seed. So some interesting matchups that could take place in the quarterfinals. We already have the 1 seed Team Money going up against the 15 seed, not a chance. And we have the 3 seed 17 Rings going up against the 4 seed Next Generation. And here's Shaquille O'Neal to the rim. Good defense from Hakeem Olajuwonn. Paul Pierce with the rebound. Here's Pierce. Pierce doesn't hit the 3. This team needs a 3. Taking it to the rim. Passing it. No. Shoots it. Nice little shot there by Paul Pierce. I don't even think he expected that to go in. If you asked him, he'd probably say he thinks all of his shots are going to go in. But I would tell you, I didn't think that one was going in. 4-point lead. Nash passes over to Dwayne Wade. Steve Nash cutting it to the room. Now it's Dwayne Wade from downtown. Oh, and Dwayne Wade, not known necessarily for his 3-point shooting prowess, doesn't make that 3-pointer there. And a chance for Team Versatile to cut the lead to 3 or to 2. Here's Hakeem taking it to the rim. Being worked on by Shaq. Hakeem to the rim. And Big Shaq Daddy having a good day defensively. Passes it up to Steve Nash. Nash takes the rim. He gets stolen there by AI. Good defensive play there by Iverson. Iverson to the rim. And the layup is good. AI cutting the lead to 3. It is 14-11. Now Steve Nash working around Iverson. And the finger roll layup is going to fall. The lead back up to 4. Iverson maybe hits a 3 here. No, he stops. He pops around Steve Nash. And then Hakeem Olajuwon with the offensive rebound gets blocked by Shaq. And here's Dwayne. Dwayne pulling up. Shooting. Ooh, Dwayne Wade trying to go for it all right there. Doesn't make the shot though. Now AI with the rebound. Passes up to Paul Pierce. AI. Ooh. Little foot jab. Nice little dribbling here. Nice handles for AI. Known for his handles. Shoots over Allen Iverson. And that's not going to fall. He's covered well there by Dwayne Wade. Rebound Shaq. Shaq alley-oop to Dwayne Wade. And we've seen that when they won the championship with the Miami Heat. Shaq Daddy and Dwayne Wade. And Steve Nash leading by 5. 16-11. Just need 5 points to win this game too. Now it's Allen Iverson. Iverson being worked on by Dwayne Wade. Pass over to Hakeem. Hakeem to AI. AI from the free throw line. And it's good. Inside the paint. And it leads to 4. So here's Steve Nash. His team 5 points away from a quarterfinal matchup against team fast pace of Kevin McHale, Kawhi, and CP3. Now Shaq. Nice little step back there by Dwayne Wade. Oh, could have went for the alley-oop, but doesn't go for it. Now Shaq. I believe that's a bucket right around his name because he's getting all the buckets and all the boards. Dwayne Wade going to the rim. Blocked there by Paul Pierce, who came in for Charles Barkley, who I did not know was not in this game. Paul Pierce. Pass it over to AI. AI, nice little dribble to the rim. Strong. Oh, and just a little too hard on the shot. Rebound Steve Nash. Good job defensively. Over to Wade. And Dwayne Wade. While he gets the foul, no and 1. But the basket counts and it's 17-12. So the 6 seed, Team Versatile, in trouble right now. Need to get something going. AI with the shot. The left-handed shot's no good. Rebound Dwayne Wade. Here's D. Wade being worked on by Paul Pierce. Future Hall of Famer. Passes it to Shaquille O'Neal, who is a current Hall of Famer. I don't believe Steve Nash is a Hall of Famer just yet. Here's Dwayne Wade to Steve Nash. Nash being worked on, 2-time MVP. Puts up to Shaquille, 10 on the shot clock. I'd love for Shaq just to hit a 3 right here. Pass it over to D. Wade. D. Wade's going to have to put it up. 3 on the shot clock, 2 on the shot clock. Putting it up, getting a nice screen there from Shaquille O'Neal, but the shot doesn't fall. And now it's Hakeem Olajuwon going all the way down. Spinorama move. And the left hand is good. The lead is 4. It's not done just yet. But teammates are just 4 points away from moving on to the quarterfinals. And the date with Team Fast Pace. Steve Nash to the rim. The shot is good. Right around AI, and it makes it 18-13. 18-13 is the score. Here's Iverson. Oh, he had Steve Nash, but he doesn't take the extra step around him. Pass it out to Hakeem. Hakeem Olajuwon to the rim, and Shaq got a hand on that. Shaquille O'Neal with the rebound after he gets a hand on it, goes all the way down the court, shoots up the finger roll teardrop, and it doesn't fall. And Hakeem quickly to Allen Iverson. Iverson around Steve Nash, and the basket's good. 18-14 is the score. Here's Steve Nash with it. Nash being worked on there by Iverson. Dwayne Wade gets the lob pass from Shaq, and the basket goes in. And it is 19-14. They are 1 3-pointer away from ending this. Now, quick pass from AI to Paul Pierce, and it's just a 4-point game. But this is where it might be a little too late. Right now, Shaquille O'Neal, Steve Nash, and Dwayne Wade just 2 points away from winning. Shaq working in, banking in, and now just 1 point away from the win. This could be a huge, huge win for teammates. Allen Iverson could be eliminated, trying to do his best, working to the rim, and it's too strong. And it's Dwayne Wade with the rebound. Here's Dwayne Wade all the way in. Game over! Dwayne Wade and company coming away with the win. So we've seen the 12th seed and we've seen the 11th seed come away with wins. So the 5 seed and the 6 seed are eliminated. Let's take a look at the stats. And I'm going to give the MVP to Dwayne Wade. 10 points, 5 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 block. Steve Nash, 7 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 blocks. And Shaquille O'Neal, 4 points, 12 rebounds, 7 assists, 3 blocks. But I'm going to go and give it to Dwayne Wade in this one. MVP D. Wade. And let's take a look on the other end at Team Versatile. It's Allen Iverson, 8 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, a steal, and a block. Paul Pierce, 4 points, 5 rebounds, assist, a steal, and a block. Hakeem Olajuwonn, 3 points, 9 rebounds, 5 assists. For the final score being 21-15 in this one. So we're going to see teammates, Shaquille O'Neal, Dwayne Wade, and Steve Nash going up against Kawhi Leonard, CP3, and Kevin McHale in the quarterfinals. Interesting matchups. And now we have 2 spots remaining in the quarterfinals. And let's take a look at the 3rd matchup of this stream and the 7th one of this broadcast of this tournament. It's going to be Anthony Davis, and I hope Reggie Miller's in this game. Let's find out right now, but it's supposed to be Anthony Davis, Reggie Miller. Let's see, Indiana. Come on. No. So we're going to have to replace Reggie Miller. And that's another bummer. 2 guys I picked to be showcased. So Anthony Davis, Reggie Miller, who's not in this game, and James Harden going up against James Worthy, Karl Malone, and Oscar Robertson. So let me get Anthony Davis in the cover of NBA 2K20. Let me get James Worthy or Karl Malone or Oscar Robertson. Let's see which one comes up first. Oscar Robertson, there he is. And then we will get James Harden. We will get Karl Malone. And then now we got to find a 3rd guy to join Anthony Davis and James Harden. We'll give him Bill Walton. So Bill Walton coming in for Reggie Miller. So Reggie Miller and Charles Barkley are not in this game. And I'm a little bit surprised about Bill Walton. But I am more surprised. I'm more surprised about Reggie Miller not being in. And Charles Barkley, I guess just wasn't his time. He refused to get it for the reasons we mentioned earlier on the broadcast, for NBA 2K not donating to the retirement fund. So, there you have it. And let's get James Worthy in there. And we are set for the 7th matchup of this opening round, the 3rd on this broadcast. It's going to be Bill Walton, Anthony Davis, and James Harden going up against Karl Malone, James Worthy, and Oscar Robertson. here we go. Walton hands it off to James Harden. The beard. Fear the beard. Going to the rim. And the basket's no good. Good defense there by Oscar Robertson. And Robertson coming back the other way. Being worked on by AD. And AG rejects that one. Now James Worthy pulling up from about 13 feet. Doesn't get it, but gets his own rebound. Here's James Worthy to the rim. AD. Good defense. Pass up to Bill Walton, who comes in for Reggie Miller. Walton with the pass to James Harden, who lays it up for the first point of the game. Here's Oscar Robertson. Robertson to Worthy. Oscar Robertson. Right around James Harden. And the slam dunk. And the first point of the game coming from them. And this is the 7 versus 10 matchup. So it was Team 3-pointer, which I might have to change that name. But Team 3-pointer, because they're supposed to have Reggie Miller and James Harden. Bill Walton to the rim. The layup is no good. Against Team Big Man, which is Robertson, Worthy, and Karl Malone. Here's James Worthy. Shot over James Harden, and the basket's good. I mean, Bill Walton could still hit threes, right? Here's James Harden going right around his defensive player. Now Walton being covered by Karl Malone. Walton gets rejected by Karl Malone, the mailman. And James Worthy coming the other way. Here's James Worthy. So the 10 seed is in white, and the 7 seed is in black. But you might even say right now it's the other way around. Here's James Worthy. A nice spin move around James Harden, and the basket's good. Here's Bill Walton. He hands it off to James Harden. Harden over to Walton. Walton over to AD. Let's see if AD can get it going. Nice pass to James Harden. Harden to the rim. The basket's good. And it's a 1-point game. Here's Oscar Robertson with it. Robertson just dribbling. Pass over to Worthy. James Worthy to Robertson. Oscar Robertson. Nice move around James Harden. And Oscar Robertson is feeling it here in the early going of this one. Now it's James Harden. James Harden being worked on. Pass over to Anthony Davis. The unibrow. AD. The cover of 2K20. Let's see if he can get things going here. Pass over to James Harden. Harden with the step back. Harden dribbling. Harden with the pass. And the shot, no, but his rebound. And he gets his own off rebound and puts it back for the 4-3 game. Here's Oscar Robertson. Very quick on his feet. Very fast. Pass it over to James Worthy. Robertson over to Karl Malone, the mailman. Looking to work and do some business here. Covered by Bill Walton. Here's Oscar Robertson. Nice little move to the rim. And the finish is strong there by Oscar Robertson. And just like that, it's 5-3. Here's Harden with it. Gets stolen, but recovered by Bill Walton. Now Anthony Davis being worked on here by James Worthy. So he passes over to Walton. He passes it to Harden. Harden looks to go to the rim, shoots, and just a little too hard. Rebound Oscar Robertson. Coming in with some speed. Robertson, spin move. To the rim. Basket's no good. Rebound, Bill Walton. Here's Bill Walton. Going all the way, end to end. Shooting it. And that one nearly drops, but it doesn't. Now Oscar Robertson coming back. And he'll put up the 3. Bang! Oscar Robertson having himself a good start to this game. And he is heating up. 7-3 for his team. Here's Harden going right around Oscar Robertson to the rim. But Karl Malone there. The rim defender. Nice little play there. Now James Worthy shoots. He gets blocked by AD. Karl Malone right there to pick up the garbage and put it back in. And his team up by 5. As we mentioned in the last broadcast, 5 points in this street game. It's not an insurmountable amount of lead, but it is a big lead in this game, with points coming in 1 or 2 values. Anthony Davis from the paint, can't put it in. And it's the white Karl Malone. Not the white Karl Malone, but Karl Malone in white. And it's Oscar Robertson stolen by Anthony Davis. Anthony Davis to Bill Walton. To James Harden. Harden to the rim, and the basket's good. Lead is just 4. Here's Oscar Robertson. Over to James Worthy. Oscar Robertson putting that one back in fashion, and it's 9-4. Lead back up to 5. Harden goes right around Robertson, but Robertson recovers. Harden still dribbling to the rim. Harden's shot layup is no good. And just the other way is James Worthy and company. And Worthy with a highlight reel dunk, and the lead is 6. And just like this, it's getting out of fashion. You know, I put Team Big Man as the 10th seed instead of the 7th seed. I might have had to reverse that. But if they win, we'll still call them the 10th seed. Here's Luke Walton to Anthony Davis. Anthony Davis passing over to Harden. Need a couple 3-pointers. Harden, though, pivot. Shoots just inside the 3-point range. Rebound, Bill Walton. And the offensive rebound leads to a layup. And a good play there by Bill Walton. 10-5 is the score. Oscar Robertson and company, though, are dominating here. Pass off to James Worthy. Gets the screen to Robertson. Robertson from downtown. Ooh, and the shot is no good. 1 for 2 from downtown is Robertson. Anthony Davis to the rim. Oh my goodness, Anthony Davis on the board in fashion. Behind the back, slam dunk. His team's down 4, though. So, exciting play. Yes. Was it a big play in the game? Not so much. Now it's Robertson. He's 1 for 2 from downtown, being covered by Harden. Pump fakes it, pass. Over to Worthy. Worthy going around Anthony Davis. The fadeaway shot is good. James Worthy and his team are feeling it. Up 5. 11-6. Here's James Harden dribbling. This would be a good time for Harden to pop up a 3. Doesn't elect to do it. Pass over to Anthony Davis, who's being covered by Worthy. Anthony Davis strong to the rim, but can't finish with the right hand. Now it's James Worthy coming the other way, who just came off a great defensive play. Oscar Robertson shoots. Ooh, and that one nearly drops. Oscar Robertson is an exceptional player, a Hall of Famer, and he is feeling it here today. Here's Bill Walton to Anthony Davis. Anthony Davis to the rim, no good. Gets his own rebound, puts it back up, not also good. So 2 attempts there, and he misses both. Rebound, Karl Malone. Over to James Worthy. Worthy working. Nice give and go with Karl Malone. And Malone finishes it with a slam dunk. And again, his team is up from 6. This might be, other than maybe the 17 rings versus Team 90s matchup, the biggest blowout. James Harden, though, cuts the lead back to 5 on a nice spin move with the finger roll. 12-7. Oscar Robertson to James Worthy. Worthy the mailman. Karl Malone. Pass it off to Robertson, who gives it to James Worthy. Worthy working on AD. A nice shot, but it doesn't fall. Now AD with the board. Over to Harden. Harden. Nice little spin move there to the rim. Strong, and it's good. James Harden trying to put his team on the back. Put his team on his back. Down 4, but trying to make a good attempt to come back. Here's Oscar Robertson. Over to James Worthy. Worthy over to Oscar Robertson. Back to Worthy. Robertson to the rim, and he's blocked there by Bill Walton. A big rejection and a good defensive play there. Now Anthony Davis stops, takes it to the rim strong, Rebound. Bill Russell. Sorry, Bill Walton. My apologies. Bill Walton, a nice offensive rebound and the basket, and the lead is 3. So the first time it's been under 4 points in the last few minutes. Team three-pointer looking to make a comeback. Here's Oscar Robertson to the rim, strong. Good defense there from Anthony Davis and James Harden. Harden over to Walton. Walton stops, shoots, and doesn't hit the shot over Karl Malone. Rebound Malone. Up to Worthy. Worthy to Oscar Robertson. Robertson over AD, the finger roll. Basket's no good. Rebound AD. Over to Harden. Harden from downtown. Oh, and that would have been a big shot there from Harden. But just too strong. It hits the back of the rim and doesn't go in. Now James Worthy working on Bill Russell. I keep saying Bill Russell. What is going on with me? Bill Walton. Bill Walton with the rejection. Harden checks it off to Robertson. Karl Malone to James Worthy. Now Robertson with it. Down low to Worthy. Worthy just got absolutely nothing as Anthony Davis rejects him. Almost like NBA Jam. He almost jumped up and just caught that ball. So Anthony Davis will inbound it. Checks it off to James Worthy. And then Worthy gives it away. No, it's going to be deflected off James Harden. So now Harden will check it to Oscar Robertson. Bill Walton. Bill Walton. I just keep saying his name so I don't keep saying Bill Russell. James Worthy shooting it over Anthony Davis, and the basket's good. 13-9 is the score. Here's Harden over Anthony Davis. Davis working. Nice little spin-around move and gets the left-handed shot to go. A 3-point lead here. Here's Oscar Robertson. 1 for 2 from downtown. Over to Karl Malone. And that's rejected by Bill Walton, who's got about 4 rejections, I believe, tonight. So Harden will check it to Oscar Robertson, who gives it to Worthy. To Karl Malone. Malone over to Worthy. Worthy passing it over to Robertson, who's dribbling, looking for someone to get open. Now it's Worthy. Back to Robertson. Just 10 on the shot clock. Nice play there by Robertson going around Harden. But Bill Walton with a good defensive play. Pass up to Anthony Davis. Davis doesn't hit the 3. Pass over to Harden, though. Harden with the layup is good. And now the lead is cut to 2. Which was 1-6 is now down to 2. So we might have an interesting finish indeed. Here's the pass. Karl Malone. The hook shot. No good. Rebound AD. AD over to Harden. Harden dunks it. And now the lead's just 1. My goodness. What has gone on with Team Big Man? Robertson, Malone, Worthy. What is going on with them right now? Now Malone gets the pass from Robertson. Needing a basket here. Malone over to Robertson. Down low to Worthy. Worthy puts up the rebound. Gets his offensive board. Puts another one up. Blocked by Bill Walton. And Walton's got 5 blocks today. And it is just... And Bill Walton might be the reason this game is so close now. With 5 blocks. The paint protector. Here's Karl Malone going around Bill Walton. Fade away. Basket's no good. AD coming the other way. Working it. Hard to the rim. But a good defensive play there by Karl Malone. Now Oscar Robertson. Working one-on-one on James Harden. To James Worthy. Worthy back to Robertson. Robertson from the top of the key goes to the alley-oop. No. Bill Walton knocks it away and steals it. Good play there from Walton. Quickly up to James Harden. And Harden slam dunks it. And we are tied up at 13. My goodness. What a comeback. I said about 4 or 5 minutes ago, this might have been the biggest lopsided win in the opening round. And I was sorely mistaken. So we are all tied at 13 now. Here's Worthy working around AD, and that's going to get rejected. It hits off the back of AD, and it goes to Karl Malone, but AD rejects that one as well. Now Bill Walton working his way in. Nice finger roll? No, too strong. Oscar Robertson comes away with the rebound. Game tie at 13. Pass over to Karl Malone. Malone, no travel and no prompt for AD, who rejects it. Malone and Walton must have at least 11 blocks combined. The alley-oop. Oh my goodness! Walton to Anthony Davis between the leg. Alley-oop slam dunk. Mark that one because that is a highlight reel. 14-13. Team three-pointer back in front, even though they really haven't hit any three-pointers. Nice play there by Oscar Robertson. And we are tied at 14. Here's James Harden. Starting to feel it a little bit. Harden to the rim, and the basket is good. James Harden. 15-14. Oscar Robertson and Team Big Man looking to respond. Here's Karl Malone. Malone rejected by Bill Walton. And Walton is having himself a defensive gem. Walton over to Harden. Harden inside the paint. The fadeaway is good. And all of a sudden, it's a 2-point lead for Team Three-Pointer. Even though they did lose Reggie Miller, we decided to go with Bill Walton. We put Paul Pierce in for Charles Barkley. So we didn't know Charles Barkley and Reggie Miller were out. Now Oscar Robertson has the ball. So we replaced them with Paul Pierce and Bill Walton. Nice play there. Oscar Robertson fakes the shot, passes it over to Karl Malone, and Malone finishes it. Lead is just one. Harden goes right around Robertson, and the layup is good. And James Harden and his teammates of Bill Walton and Anthony Davis are feeling it. For just 4 points away from the win. Here's Robertson going right around James Harden and slam dunks it. Just a 1-point game. So it could go either way right now. It's probably a 52-48 percentage lead for Team Three-Pointer, who gets a layup there from James Harden to make it 18-16. So maybe that increases to 60-40. But really, this could go either way. Here's Oscar Robertson with it. Robertson being worked on there by Harden. Goes around Harden to the rim, strong and too strong, and the layup doesn't go. Rebound Anthony Davis over to James Harden, and everyone clears James Harden's way and goes all the way to the rim and the easy layup. And now they are 1 3-pointer away from finishing this. 19-16 is the score. Here's Oscar Robertson over to James Worthy. So this would be the biggest comeback, and it's a reaching foul from Anthony Davis as Team Three-Pointer was down 6 points. At one point, we said it wasn't an insurmountable lead, but it was a tough lead to come back. And now they're on the right side of it, up 3 points. Just needs a 3-pointer to win it. So Oscar Robertson, his team is down 3. They've seen a 6-point lead evaporate. James Worthy dribbling there. Now it's Karl Malone, and that's going to get rejected from Bill Walton. What haven't we said about Bill Walton today? Anthony Davis, step back. The bucket is no good, but Bill Walton with the rebound. And that one's no good, but gets another rebound. And another one, but it doesn't fall through. But Bill Walton must have a double-double with blocks and rebounds. Now James Worthy trying to go around Anthony Davis. The shot's no good. The spinorama. Davis with the rebound. Here's AD to Harden for the win. Oh, and that would have done it. But it's too strong from downtown. So Robertson comes back the other way. The layup is no good. Anthony Davis to James Harden. Harden gonna stop? No. He's gonna shoot it, and that one's not gonna fall. Karl Malone with the rebound. Now it's Worthy over to Robertson. Nice move around AD. Robertson to the rim. Rejected by Bill Walton. My goodness, Bill Walton. Now it's Harden. Alley-oop to Anthony Davis on the reverse dunk, and they're just 1 point away from coming back with the win. The 7th seed. Looking to beat the 10th seed after being down by 6. Oscar Robertson to the rim. And that one's good. 20-17 is the score. And then James Harden. His team just needs 1 basket to win it. Harden to the rim. Slam dunks. And that one will do it. My goodness, what a game. Team Three-Pointer moving on to the quarterfinals. 21-17 with the win. And let's look at the stats because I need to see what Bill Walton's stats were. Oscar Robertson, 9 points, 9 rebounds, 3 assists. James Worthy, 5 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists. Karl Malone, 3 points, 8 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 block. Bill Walton, 2 points, 8 rebounds, 4 assists, 1 steal, 7 blocks. Anthony Davis, 4 points, 12 rebounds, 4 assists, a steal, and 6 blocks. And then James Harden, 15 points, 5 rebounds, and 2 assists. I'm going to give the MVP to Bill Walton, because Bill Walton's team was down 6, and he blocked about 4 or 5 shots in a row. Now, he didn't get the double-double, and he only had 2 points, but those 7 blocks, my goodness. Anthony Davis, you could also make the argument he could be the MVP with 12 rebounds and 6 blocks. But I felt like I was just watching Bill Walton put on a clinic. So MVP on that one, I'm going to give it to Bill Walton. And now the final game of this broadcast and the final game of the opening round. Who will James Harden, Anthony Davis, and Bill Walton play up against? We're about to find out in the 8 vs 9 matchup of Magic Johnson, Moses Malone, and Tim Duncan against Giannis Antetokounmpo, Dominique Wilkins, and Jerry West. Alright, 21. So let's go and get Magic or Tim Duncan. There we go. And then we're going to get Giannis. There we go. I wonder if I put him on all-time Milwaukee if he has a better point stat or ranking. No, he actually has a worse one. Okay. And then let's get Magic. There we go. 99 Magic Johnson. And then Jerry West. And then Moses Malone. Pardon the will C's is Moses Malone. And then Dominique Wilkins. Let's go Atlanta. Get Dominique Wilkins. So the only 2 players out of the top 48 that weren't in this game were Charles Barkley and Reggie Miller. Okay. All right. Definitely disappointing, but it is what it is. And we are ready. So it's M squared plus Duncan. Magic Johnson, Moses Malone, and Tim Duncan versus Team Overseas, Giannis Antetokounmpo, Dominique Wilkins, and Jerry West. In the final game of the opening round, the winner will take on Anthony Davis, Bill Walton, and James Harden. And we are ready to go. Giannis inbounds it to Jerry West. West passing over to Dominique Wilkins. Wilkins over to Giannis. Giannis taking it to the rim. Strong, but he gets rejected. A great play there by Moses Malone to reject Giannis. And Duncan will inbound it to Giannis. Here's Dominique Wilkins to the layup. The shot, no good. The rebound by Wilkins. Put back is good. And it's 1-0 already for Team Overseas. Here's Magic. Let's see if he's got some magic in him today. To Moses Malone, who's being covered by Giannis. Passes and hands it off to Magic Johnson. They also got Tim Duncan. Nice little give and go between Malone and Magic. Over to Timmy D. One of the best power forwards of all time. Maybe the best power forward of all time. Nice little pass there to Moses Malone. And the shot is good. And both teams are on the board. It is 1-1. Here's Jerry West with it. West being worked on by Magic. Dominic being worked on by Moses Malone. And Tim Duncan covering Giannis. Giannis going to the rim. It's being double covered. Now it's Dominique Wilkins putting it up. Shot's no good. Just inside the 3-point range. Here's Magic Johnson on the rebound. All the way to the rim. Magic Johnson slam dunks. And Magic is on the board. His team's up 2-1 here early on. Jerry West to Dominique Wilkins. To Giannis Antetokounmpo. Here's Giannis giving it to Dominique Wilkins. Wilkins, fadeaway shot over Tim Duncan. Shot's no good. Jerry West was wide open. Rebound is Moses Malone. Malone over to Duncan. Now Moses Malone gets it stolen by Jerry West. Here's Jerry West coming down. Oh, but Moses Malone saying, "Let my people go." And he lets that ball go right out of bounds with that rejection. And now it's an inbound. Duncan inbounds it to Giannis. Giannis gives it to Dominque Wilkins. He's got the only point for his team so far. Hands over to Giannis, to Jerry West. Jerry West with a silky shooting, and it ties it up at 2. Nice form there. Nice everything from Jerry West, the Hall of Famer. Here's Moses Malone. Shoots it, and it's rebounded by Antetokounmpo. From downtown, Jerry West. Bang! Jerry West. And these two teams are evenly matched. This is an 8 versus 9 matchup. But Jerry West right now feeling it. 3 points. Nice pass there to Moses Malone, who goes up strong over Giannis. Cuts the lead to 1. It's 4-3. Here's Jerry West with it. Over to Giannis. Giannis being worked on by Tim Duncan. Passes it to Jerry West. West just hit a 3. Nice alley-oop. I don't even know how that went in. It hit off the hand of Tim Duncan, and somehow Giannis was able to put it in the basket. So Giannis is on the board. It's 5-3. Here's Moses Malone shooting it over Giannis. And the basket's good. Moses Malone playing very well here early on. Now Jerry West over to Dominque Wilkins. Wilkins pass over to Giannis. Giannis going to the rim strong, and Giannis gets a little bit of some contact from Tim Duncan, but no call. Now Magic up to Moses Malone. Now it's got Magic, who's got Jerry West on a mismatch. Magic looking to put it up, and the basket's good. And we are tied up at 5s. Here's Jerry West. West to Dominque Wilkins. To Giannis Antetokounmpo. Nice spin move. Giannis to the rim with authority. Giannis Antetokounmpo. Nice slam dunk, and it's 6-5. Team overseas with the 1-point lead. Team overseas of Jerry West, Dominque Wilkins, and Giannis Antetokounmpo, who just took a shooting foul there. In white, going up against Tim Duncan, Moses Malone, and Magic Johnson. Team M squared plus Dunc, and they're in black. Here's Magic passing out to Moses Malone. Moses Malone being worked on there by Giannis. Could pass it to Magic Johnson. Didn't. Pass it over to Timmy D. Tim Duncan. Over to Magic. Magic working. Getting inside to the paint. Shot's no good. Good defense there from Jerry West. Picks up the rebound and passes it off quickly to Dominque Wilkins. Wilkins, step back. Shot is good. Dominque Wilkins, nice little step back there. A little Jimmy J. And it's a 7-5 lead for them. Team overseas. The winner of this plays team 3-pointer of Bill Walton, Anthony Davis, and James Harden. There's Moses Malone. Shot. Toughly contested shot, and it doesn't fall. Now Jerry West stops, fakes it, makes a pass there to Dominque Wilkins. Wilkins goes to the rim. Nice play there, but can't finish. Rebound Duncan. Here's Moses Malone. He's got the height mismatch over Jerry West, but he passes it behind the back to Magic. Magic, nice play as he's being yarded by Giannis, but able to get the finger roll layup to fall. 7-6 is the score. Win by 21, win by 2. First to 21, win by 2. Jerry West to Giannis. There's Giannis at the 3-point range, being covered by Tim Duncan. Pass over to Dominque Wilkins, just inside the 3-point range, and that's going to fall. Dominque Wilkins and Jerry West have a nice shooting form and have been great so far. Here's Magic. He's got the height mismatch over Jerry West, and that's going to fall every single time. Magic Johnson using his strength and his size over Jerry West, and he's cut the lead to 1. Here's Giannis playing the big man position, being covered by Duncan, and he goes right around old Timmy D, who's a little too slow for Giannis, and Giannis flexing hard with that slam dunk. 9-7, showing the gun show. Oh, Jerry West, quick hands, nearly steals it from Magic Johnson. Two LA Laker legends. Moses Malone to Tim Duncan, who hands it off to Magic. Magic over to Tim Duncan. Duncan to the basket, and that's his first point of the game. A nice layup there from Tim Duncan makes it 9-8 for Team Overseas. Here's Jerry West. Passing over to Giannis. Giannis being worked by Duncan. Here's Dominque Wilkins to Jerry West. West wide open. Bang! Jerry West has that shot down to perfection. And it's just a 10-8 score now. 2-point lead. Magic Johnson. Nice little jump pass to Duncan. Tim Duncan being worked on there, being covered hard. Magic, nice little move. Fakes it. And then throws it down with some power and some steam behind it. And it's just a 1-point game. You expect these two tightly contested teams to be close. Giannis to the rim. Slam dunks. And it's a 2-point lead. Here's Magic being worked on by Jerry West. And Jerry West gets the better of him. Steals the ball. West nice behind the back. Pass dribble to Dominque Wilkins, who can't finish it. That would have been a beautiful finish. But here's Moses Malone. Quick lip to Magic Johnson, who dunks it with two hands. And it's a 1-point game. Team Overseas up by 1. Here's Jerry West with it. Over to Dominque Wilkins. To Giannis Antetokounmpo, who gets it nearly stolen away by Duncan, but picks up his dribble. Giannis to the rim. One-handed over Tim Duncan. Making it look too easy for the Greek Freak. Magic Johnson. Alley-oop to Tim Duncan. And an excellent pass and a great finish. That pass from Magic. The finish from Duncan. And it's still a 1-point game. Dominque Wilkins fakes it. Pass over to Jerry West. West with the lip. Takes a little too long. And that's going to get rejected there by Moses Malone. Jerry West had it. If he had just gone up right away and didn't hesitate, it would have been a bucket. But Moses Malone gets a rejection, and now he's got to check it to Dominque Wilkins. To Jerry West. Up to Giannis, who one-hands puts it in. The Greek Freak is putting a statement on this game. Here's Magic. Nice little move around Jerry West. Fakes it. Oh, and that made him look silly. Magic Johnson. There's a little patent magic that we've been looking for. Nice little dribble around Jerry West. Fakes it one way. And then has all the time to take a nice, easy shot to make it. A nice pass from Jerry West to Giannis. It's a 2-point game. 14-12. Which team will move on for that final spot in the quarterfinals? Here's Tim Duncan. Duncan with the layup. No good. Defense from Dominque Wilkins. Now Jerry West stops. No. Doesn't take the shot. The fadeaway. In traffic. Doesn't fall. Magic with the rebound. Magic being covered there by Jerry West. Nice little move around Jerry West. But no, it's stolen actually by Dominque Wilkins. Wilkins going to the rim and the basket. The bank is open. 7 days a week. 24 hours. Dominque Wilkins will take the bank loan that you gave him and he'll deposit it. Here's Karl Malone. I keep saying Karl Malone. I keep saying Bill Russell. Moses Malone. To Tim Duncan. Duncan. Nice layup is good. My apologies on that one. Here's Jerry West. West from above the 3-point range. Gets hit. Fakes around Magic. Fade away. Jerry West shot. Just a little too strong. And Moses Malone comes away with it. Here's Timmy D. Tim Duncan to the rim. The basket, no good. Gets his own rebound. Puts it back up. And it's good. Tim Duncan. Little Dunkin' Donuts there. And it's a 1-point game. Here's Jerry West over to Dominque Wilkins. Wilkins just dribbling it. Looking for someone to get open. Pass it over to Jerry West. Bounce passes over to Giannis. Giannis looking to get a step over Duncan. Just 10 on the shot clock. Here's Wilkins. from deep. Going around Moses Malone, and the shot is no good. Good defense. And the pass quickly up to Magic. Magic pushing the pace. Magic stops, puts it over Giannis. Shot's no good. Could have given it out to Moses Malone, didn't do it. Now Jerry West coming the other way. West, nice pass there to Dominque Wilkins. And the lead is 2. 16-14 for Team Overseas. Magic looking for something to happen. Looking to get his team back in it. Pass it over to Moses Malone. Moses Malone dribbling it. Being covered there by Giannis. No pick, no screen. Here's Tim Duncan now, who's being covered there by Dominque Wilkins. Looking to put it up with the right hand, and it falls. 16-15. This one could very much come down to the wire. It's been back and forth. Jerry West to Dominque Wilkins. Wilkins at the top of the key over to West. West from downtown. Ooh, and that's the first three-pointer he's missed today. And it opens the door a little bit for M squared plus Dunc. And there's the dunk in the M squared plus Dunc. Passing over to Moses Malone. Malone's got the height advantage. Putting it up over Jerry West. And the nice teardrop fadeaway is good. We are tied at 16. We've seen one of these games in the stream go to extra time. Pass there to Giannis. The alley-oop's no good. Duncan rejects it, but it's picked up by Dominque Wilkins, who's had a very strong game. I can't even decide who's going to be the MVP. All these guys have been very evenly matched. Magic to the rim, and that one's good over Jerry West. 17 all. Remember, it is a win-by-2 format. So if it's 20-20, one basket will not count as the game winner. Nice pass from Jerry West to Giannis, and it's 18-17. So Team Overseas could smell that win, but Team M squared plus Dunc is not going to go away that easy. There's Moses Malone. Over to Magic. Magic fakes the three. Being worked on by Jerry West. Moses Malone puts up a three. I don't even know if that's in his shooting range or in his arsenal, but he shoots it anyways, and it doesn't fall. Now Giannis, alley-oop, a nice pass and a great finish there by Dominque Wilkins. The lead is 2. One three-pointer would do it right now. Here's Magic being worked on. He'll go alley-oop to Duncan, who can't finish it, but Moses Malone picks up the rebound. Nice power step. The pro hop doesn't fall. Now Giannis with the rebound. This could be game. Right here, oh, Wilkins decides not to shoot. Goes to the rim, and the basket's good. 20-17. So the next basket for Team Overseas will do it. Magic being worked on by Jerry West. His team's down 3. They need some baskets and they need some stops. Passes it over to Moses Malone. Malone being covered there by Giannis. Malone to the rim. It's too strong. Now Giannis quickly up the court. All the way down. And the finish is good. And that is it. Team Overseas moving on to the quarterfinals. And that will do it for this opening round. And let's take a look at the stats in the game before we break down the quarterfinal matchups. Giannis, 9 points, 4 rebounds, 5 assists. Dominque Wilkins, 8 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals. Jerry West, 4 points, 3 rebounds, 5 assists, 1 steal. A good balanced effort from this team. And the final score, 21-17. And the 8 seed, M squared plus Dunc, is eliminated. And it's going to be Magic, Moses Malone, and Tim Duncan saying goodbye to the NBA 2K20 Historic 3-on-3 League. Tim Duncan, 5 points, 2 rebounds, 4 assists. Magic, 8 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists. And Moses Malone, 4 points, 6 rebounds, 2 assists, and 3 blocks. So let us break down the quarterfinal matchups. It is the number 1 seed, Team Money, of Kevin Durant, Ray Allen, and Kobe Bryant, going up against the 15th seed, Not a Chance, with the first upset of the opening round. And that is going to be consisted of Kevin Garnett, Gary Payton, Clyde Drexler. They beat Steph Curry, David Robertson, and Larry Bird. So that 1 seed are going up against the 15th seed. Then, in the second quarterfinal matchup, you have the 3 seed, 17 rings of Vince Carter, Michael Jordan, and Bill Russell who won 21-13 against Team 90s, going up against the 4-seed Next Generation, who won 21-14 of LeBron James, Tracy McGrady, and Patrick Ewing. That one will be one to watch for sure. Vince Carter going up against his cousin Tracy McGrady, my apologies, and then LeBron going up against MJ. You're going to love to see that one. That one's probably the one I'm going to mark down as the quarterfinal matchup to watch. In the third quarterfinal matchup, you're going to have the Team Fast Pace, the 12 seed. An upset today, 22-20, as it was CP3, Kawhi Leonard, Kevin McHale, knocking off Wilt Chamberlain, Jason Kidd, and Walt Fraizer. 22-20. They need an extra time for that one. Kevin McHale was the MVP in that one. And then they'll be going up against teammates Shaquille O'Neal, Dwayne Wade, and Steve Nash, who beat Hakeem, Allen Iverson, and Paul Pierce, who stepped in for Charles Barkley. Then in the final quarterfinal matchup, you'll see Team Overseas, which we just watched right now. Giannis Antetokounmpo, Dominique Wilkins, and Jerry West going up against the 7 seed, which is Anthony Davis, James Harden, and now Bill Walton, who stepped in for Reggie Miller. And that is going to do it for the opening round of the NBA 2K All-Time 3-on-3 Blacktop Tournament. We'll see you next time for the quarterfinal matchups.